It is the first statewide transit strike in New Jersey in more than 4 decades.
People who normally rely on NJ Transit took buses, cars, taxis, even boats for the morning rush after trains grounded to a halt at 1 minute past midnight. Train engineers went on strike, impacting 350,000 daily riders. Rail passengers either working from home or looking for other ways to travel around the state or to cross over into the city.
Frustration is front and center. Engineers walked off the job in a pay dispute. They held signs outside NJ Transit headquarters in Newark and at the Hoboken terminal. From empty platforms, long lines at bus terminals, the strike is sending shockwaves through the region. Our team of reporters across the tri-state area has every angle covered and all the information you need on the QR code at the bottom of your screen. We begin with Christine Sloan, who is monitoring the ongoing talks between the union and NJ Transit. Christine.
Well, Dick, those engineers are on the picket line behind me, as you said, here at NJ Transit headquarters. Now, I've learned that both sides will be meeting with a national mediation board in Washington, D.C. Sunday afternoon. Now, the governor says that the pay increase these members want is unattainable because it would blow up NJ Transit's budget and pass the cost on to taxpayers and riders.
I, for one, refuse to pass the buck or increase taxes on hard-working New Jerseyans for the same or even more likely reduced service. That's not going to happen.
New Jersey's governor speaking at the Aberdeen-Matawan train station in Monmouth County, where locomotive engineers stood on the picket line. The tracks they operate empty after walking off the job shortly after midnight Friday.
It's hard for everybody. You haven't had a raise in 5 years. We're just looking to survive living in this state.
The 400 or so engineers won't be getting paid, but say they're standing their ground.
Is this going to be tough for you in terms of financially?
It could be. I have a 7-month-old at home and a mortgage like everyone else. My wife's been laid off because of school budget issues, so it could be tough.
The governor, who says he's a union guy, releasing pictures of himself shaking the hands of union members on the picket line. The Democrat says the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen made a deal back in March that would have given them almost the same wages as LIRR engineers, but walked away from it. The union's president says his members are making $10 less an hour than their counterparts in the tri-state area.
They're shifting the blame, right? So they're trying to say that we're going to make them go up on fares. They've got plenty of money. They spent $500 million on office building. So they have the money, they're just not willing to give it to the engineers.
NJ Transit CEO says giving the union higher wages would initiate what's called a Me Too clause, forcing the agency to pay other unions the same pay hike.
This is not about not giving them a fair wage. It's about how do you do it in a fiscally responsible manner that doesn't bankrupt New Jersey Transit and puts it on a death spiral like every other mass transit agency.
So the union says it's ready to talk before Sunday and that NJ Transit walked away from the table before it was time to go. Last night, the governor says that is inaccurate, that he is willing to negotiate. But again, what it appears to be is that they'll be meeting in Washington, D.C. on Sunday. Now, the NJ Transit will be activating its contingency plan on Monday. That's more buses, 4 extra park and rides, but they are encouraging people, if this goes into Monday, to work from home. We are live in Newark. Christine Sloan, CBS News, New York.
All right, thanks, Christine.
Commuters, of course, caught in the middle of the chaos, and today they had to map out new ways to get around.
Dave Carlin continues our live team coverage from the 33rd Street Path Station here in Midtown. Dave.
What a runaround for people who say their commutes are taking longer and costing them more money, and they're angry about it.
Commuter chaos, summed up with this one word.
Newark Penn Station was a ghost town. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I had no idea. Everything was in red, and it was like, and then I started reading the news, and it's terrible. Honestly, it's terrible.
Adding an hour and more to many a journey, making people late for work, school, and other Friday plans.
It's ridiculous. Like, we are just thinking it should be stopped immediately because it's affecting our life.
At Port Authority Bus Terminal, this was another workaround to get around, while others opted for New York Waterways ferry service.
Taking the ferry.
But you'd normally take the train.
Correct. It's a little bit easier than the bus.
Absolutely, yes. There were definitely way more people than normal. There was almost no seats left on the ferry, and usually there's plenty because of the transit strike that's going on in New Jersey right now.
Some tried Amtrak instead.
I want to go to Amtrak, but they wanted $140 one way. So one way from New York to Trenton.
And if the strike continues, we're hearing from commuters who say on Monday they will stay home. Live at the 33rd Street station, Dave Carlin, CBS News, New York.
What a mess. All right. Thank you, Dave. And the agency is rolling out a regional park and ride plan. Starting Monday, commuters will be able to catch buses from 4 designated park and ride lots on a first-come, first-served basis. We have them here on your screen. Service will run only on weekdays during the morning and evening rush. Hundreds of NJ Transit staff will be stationed at lots and rail stations to help guide riders. And more commuters will be looking for ride shares and Lyft and Uber say they are ready to respond. Lyft says it's increasing driver supply to meet demand and is urging customers to plan ahead with scheduled rides for more affordable rates. Uber says it reached out to MetLife Stadium to make more space available for drop-offs and pickups for tonight's Shakira concert. Uber is also encouraging customers to share rides.
You think it's going to be a mess at the concert? We shall see.
Oh, yeah, I'd say so.
Let's hope it's not. But commuters are not just getting to work. They keep countless small businesses alive and thriving.
Nick Caloway stopped by some of those businesses to show us the strike's ripple effect.
At Chris's Family Diner in South Orange, we grabbed breakfast along with the regulars.
Here you go, Louis.
Carla Gonzalez has been a server here for 7 years.
This morning it's kind of been a little slower than usual than what we're used to for a Friday.
The diner is about a block from the South Orange train station, which currently sits empty. No train commuters means fewer customers at the diner.
Enjoy. If we don't have customers, we don't have any tips, so we're not making any money at the moment.
It's a similar scene at Kate and Abby's Bakery, which sits directly under the train station.
It's commuter driven, especially in the morning between 6:30 and 10 o'clock, basically.
Owner Raul Saade relies on commuters grabbing coffee and a Danish before catching a train. His sales Friday were down more than half.
It's a pretty drastic downshift. Nobody likes to keep losing money, right? All right, man, have a good one.
Saade says he's hoping the strike ends soon. In the meantime,
come and see us, even though, you're not catching the train. You can come pop in, say hello.
Back at the diner, sales are down about 15% compared to your average Friday.
Hopefully they work out a deal because we need business.
The owner here at Chris's Family Diner told me the shaky economy already has people dining out less, so the strike is rubbing salt in the wound. In South Orange, New Jersey, Nick Caloway, CBS News, New York.
And we've got a section on our website with all of the alternate routes, park and rides, and a look at which stations cross on our tickets, plus how some Metro North commuters could be impacted. And Monday morning, we'll be on the air early at 4 a.m. to bring you the latest. We have a team of reporters ready to cover every angle of the transit strike's impact on that Monday morning commute.